Hey y'all, if you're new to my channel, I'm about to give you a quick rundown, a little overview of my DIY portable Livescope setup. Boy, that was a mouthful. So let me show you what I've done here. This is my setup right here. As you can see, that it's all contained into one unit here. I've got the black box is in here. I've got it mounted to the side of this box here. This is an ammo box, and there's a link to it in the description of the video. I've got the black box is mounted in here. I've got it bolted with some stainless steel bolts. I put holes in it right here, and got it. I've got two 12-volt Dakota lithium batteries in here, and they work really good for me. They're just a 10 amp hour. I've got them, if you can see here, I've got them Velcro to the bottom. I put Velcro here, Velcro there, so that I can just stick them down so they're not bouncing all over the place. One of these batteries will last me about 6 hours of fishing. And since I normally only fish half day, man, that's plenty for me. I've got two in here just in case though. So I just, like I say, I secure them down in the bottom right there. I've got those little clips that go on there to help hook it up every time, and I take it out to charge it. How I mounted the unit on there, I just drilled holes in the top here, and this is a piece of another graph, an old Lowrance that I had, and I just cut the ends of it off so that it made a bracket so that it wouldn't pull through the plastic, and so that it's real secure. And also I've got stainless steel bolts through that as well. On the back side, I just drilled a hole through there with a hole saw to run my cables in through there. And let's see, I'm going to put it up on the boat, and then I'm going to show you the pole assembly. All right, so I've got this is an old ram mount for a graph as well. I had an old Humminbird on that at one time, and I just got some U-bolts, put it around this piece of PVC, and that's the sleeve that my pole goes through. See if I can do this with holding this thing here. You just undo this when you get to where you're going, flip it over like this, tighten it up like so. Now it's in place, it's really secure. This is just that gray PVC that they use to run electrical wire through, and it's got the little coupling up here on the top, you know, so that you can put the other pieces of PVC in there. And this whole setup, the whole length of this is only 45 inches long. I guess it could be 4 foot if you wanted to. It works out 45 for me. It actually gets it underneath the boat pretty good, as you can see right here. So I've got plenty of clearance underneath the boat, and I can turn it either direction, read on that side, this side. So I've just got this is an old aluminum tent post that I had from when I was a kid, and it's 3/4 in size. This bracket here recommends that you have a 1 inch, and what I did was I cut a piece of water hose, and I have a piece of water hose on both sides so that it secured it really tight and holds it really well. And then I've got it taped to the pole. I put a little loop right here, and there's also some more tape right here, and that kind of keeps it from backing up inside the sleeve. You know, when I pick it up like that, it doesn't go back up inside the sleeve and doesn't move. This allows it to twist and turn, putting that loop in there. You don't want to put any zip ties or anything on your cable. They don't recommend doing that, because it can actually pinch and probably, you know, cause a problem with your Livescope, the transducer part of it. This here is just an old trolling motor arm. I'm not sure if you can get anything like you know, this particular brand anymore. I've had this since I was a kid, but it fits really well. It's secured on there. It actually had a little sleeve as well on there to help it tighten up on that piece of aluminum pipe, and it just does really good. I can sit in my chair and not have to reach over and lean over to be able to turn this. I actually fold it down a lot, and I use it with my knees. I'll hold it with my knee while I'm fishing. I can use both hands to fish. So that works out really good. I would imagine there's still something like this that you can purchase. I'm sure there's some other companies coming up with things now. As a matter of fact, I think a guy told me the other day he bought something similar off of eBay. So you might check there for that if that's something that you're interested in. And the way I have this box, like I said, it's self-contained. I can move it around my boat so that other people can see the graph as we're fishing, and I don't have to have everybody up in the front. I can actually turn my transducer this way. I can spin it around to where it's facing that back below normally the trolling motor's not in the way, but I can make it the transducer face the opposite direction so that it'll read down the boat, and everybody can sit here on the boat and be able to see what's going on. And if I'd like to, you know, all I need is that little bitty ball right there that I have, and I could mount that on a dock or somebody else's boat if they had something similar. I know of another fella that had got one of those balls, and he mounted one bolt right in here, right through this on his trolling motor, and he put that little ball right there. And then he just has his coming off right here by his trolling motor, so he doesn't have to, you know, maybe he likes it in the front more so than on the side like I have mine. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to mention is that I put those little balls, those little ram balls on both sides of my boat. So if the wind changes on me, I don't have to shine it underneath the boat and then have to reach out, you know, way out trying to reach the arm to turn it. I can just go ahead and put it on this side and have the boat positioned the way I want it. It works out pretty good like that. You might consider something like that on your boat as well. Another good thing about this box being big like this, it gives it plenty of air. So I haven't had any issues with the box itself, this black box getting hot. It seems to do pretty good. It's got a lot of air in there, a lot of ventilation. And I throw stuff in here. As you can see right here, I've got the little wipes that I clean my screen off. Sometimes I'll put my jigs or my fireballs or crappie nibbles or something like that down in there as well, so that I've just got them up there with me. So kind of serves its purpose. And those little small batteries, I'm a pig hunter. I love to bow hunt pigs, and you can use those in your feeder as well if you put a corn slinger out or something like that. So they work out pretty good. Anyway, it's pretty simple to do. I had a lot of these extra parts just around the house. It wasn't no big deal putting it together. It didn't take me very long. And like I said, everything is self-contained in here. Those batteries work great, and they're very light. I just put all this stuff in my truck when I'm done fishing. I don't leave it in the boat, and it works out good. Well, I hope that, guys, gave you a little bit of information, and maybe it's give you an idea of how to build your own if you don't want to purchase one. I appreciate you guys joining me. See you on the next one.